It is Lord Haywire. I am working on my 2D4X game here, and I'm going to do the traditional thing we do, which is hit play, and then we accidentally discover a bunch of bugs. Last time, with the help of chat, I believe we got this stacking of heroes correctly. So we're gonna recruit a hero here, and we have two heroes. So we're gonna do Carol Ward first. I changed how this worked. So that works, right? And then let's make sure she can move. And then if we, well, that was too slow. She should go back. She does. All right. Then let's send her back here, and let's actually recruit some. Wait, what was that? Oh no, that was right. all this work we did. Let's recruit somebody here. Let's do something weird, and then let's spawn Ryan Jones here. And I need to start some music on my side because it is like deathly. No, whatever. And then we'll have Carol move over here and see if it stacks right. Okay, so Carol's on the top and Ryan's on the bottom. Let's click here to make sure this has the right stuff. Jeremy Baker. Oh, was he sitting around there? Wait. He was. He was just sitting there. Let's spawn him, and then let's move him over here. Looks like that's working. So if you click on this, it should go through the stack, which it does. So everything seems to be working. I was thinking about this later, and I was like, it's kind of a lot of clicking to go through this shit. But hopefully you won't have that many heroes. So let's move her out and move her back in. All right, this is all because chat helped me they told me how to make it so that if a list change, it does something. So basically what happens now is when a list change, it stacks them again. And it looks, so when the list changes, when I right click on here, it takes this out of this list. And then there is this 3 list problem, but we're going to deal with that later. Today, if we look at our thing here, I got to update the README. Let's do that first. Read me to version. Did I not? I didn't. Must not have done it last time. We're on version 9. Or oh, you know what? So last Friday, I got drunk with a friend, and I drank 7.5 tall boys, which I used to drink like 10 or 12 a night, and I was just annihilated the next day. Couldn't do anything, and then I was annihilated the next day after that. So Saturday, Sunday, I was like bedridden. I didn't feel back to my normal self till like Tuesday night. So I guess I can never drink. I said this on my other channel too. I guess I can never drink more than 1 beer again for the rest of my life, which is awful. Which sounds like shit to me. We did this. We know how to do this. We're gonna do that later, probably today. Sort of. We kind of did it, and then I added this later because so I didn't stream last weekend. That's why this went up 2 versions. They do like 1 version, whatever that is, per week. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're good updates, but they happen. So I was thinking about this after I was streaming at some point, and I was like, why do I have this duplicate shit here? So when you're moving, that was what we were just fucking around with here. Oh, this is still running. So basically, when you right click on a or county and you right click somewhere else, they should go home. They should go back to their home, not their home, but wherever they last were. If you click anywhere, and so that's why I wrote this other move token home. I probably shouldn't say home either because it's not their home. It's just wherever they last were. It's all like we got a bunch of bulls and all this shit. And it dawned on me we could probably just change the destination. We have this. Wherever they're going to. Let's see. In move equals, if move is true, it moves the token. Where is this thing going? If this, this is if it's finally, if it gets to its destination, it's done. I think we could actually. I'm just gonna comment out this whole thing. And we'll go. I think we can just rewrite this to be 1 line, or maybe 2 lines. We'll comment out this whole thing for now. And where is this being used? I think what we're going to do is we'll do it here. This is a move token home. I think what we can do instead is see, like I have this other bool. Like, why do I need that shit? It feels like extra work that isn't necessary. Extra code that because it's almost a duplicate of this other code. So I thought of another way. Not select token. We want select county. I sure have a lot of shit open. We almost always need this one. You know, I'm gonna pin this over here. That one always is. We're always fucking with that one. I don't think we need to mess with these groups today. Well, we might, but I didn't see any bugs right there. I almost always, every time we hit play on that thing, I notice a new bug, but I guess we fixed some of them. We tore out a lot of. I keep saying me and chat tore out. I did it. Okay, where is this right click shit? Okay, so this is the one. This is what we're looking for here. If it is equal, if the move is equal to true, so if it's already moving and the right click is not equal to the destination, then return home. I feel like we could just comment this out temporarily. This new version of, I had some new, I updated this. It has a lot of weird well, now that one's there. You'll see one later where it says like on enable. A lot of times it will say like get rid of this. It's like what? It's bizarre. Okay, so I think what we could do instead is token movement. What did I change over here? Oh, right. Oh, like this. Awake is called when the script instance is being loaded. Yeah, no shit. I guess fixed update. Private member token movement fixed date update is unused. That's not true. It's being used right there. Anyways, I don't know why it started doing this, and it still works the same. So anyways, this might implode a bunch of shit, but what we want to do is change, where is this destination? I think it's under token info. Everything's under token info, yeah. Destination. See, there's a non-enable, probably, yeah, this is unused. It's not true. Where were we sticking their I guess it was on the list or something? I thought it was in token info, but yeah, we'll be able to get rid of this return home thing probably. I think we put it in that public class. What was it? What was it called? It was county population. Go. No, not is army. Destination. Okay, so I think what we can do is get components. Not county info. I just looked at that whole thing. So token info, that's actually what we want there. And this is going to equal, this is going to equal this. Like, I think that's all we actually need. It's just going to change the location. That's I don't remember when this location gets deleted, but let's see what happens. It'll be pretty obvious if things go wrong. We can just spawn you. Yeah, nothing worked there. Location must not be We can minimize this. Location must not be. I clicked a bunch of times. In play yet. So when they're spawned, it's not applying their current location. We might want to rename that. I've been getting, well, I guess I was about to say I have been getting really into renaming stuff. I've always been really into renaming stuff. I love renaming stuff. Like this might be start or something. But it didn't like that probably because when can we even tell? Let's see. We have somebody here. We can spawn you, close you. I'm gonna pause it for some reason. Hey, did you see that? It like moved when I clicked on it. Let's pretend we didn't see that. We'll deal with that later. Their location is Portland. Their destination is nothing. Does the destination go away? No. So the location. This stuff's here. I've been getting really into being able to see everything in the inspector while the game's playing. I didn't used to be that way, but now it's so much easier to debug shit. Let me look at something over here. Okay. I Which one is it talking about here? They're gonna equal the same thing. Am I doing something dumb? That's happened. Get to yeah, just doing something dumb. So we need to change this on. Do we have something already? This needs to be currently selected. Instance currently selected token dot gig. That's the problem. It's like this thing doesn't have that. Yeah, no shit. I gotta get my brain warmed up for this. I've been working on this other game too. It was crazy when I was all hungover. I was like, I guess I'll do some programming on my other game, and I loaded it up, and it was immediately like, how the fuck am I? I can barely think. And then I just added, like, I loaded up some random script, and I just saw this one line, and I was like, this line is obviously wrong. And it wasn't this line in particular. It was in the other game. So I'm all hung over, like sweating, probably like stink like old beer. And I just, for some reason, my mind just focused on this one line that wasn't even when I loaded up the game. And then I was like, this is wrong. And then I searched it and found that line in like 3 different places. And it was wrong in all those places. And I went and fixed it and then hit play and it fixed all these other issues. And I was just like, how did my hungover mind fixate on this? Because it would be like you load this up and then you just see this big wall of garbage, and my mind just went, okay, there's a bug right there. I have no idea how that happened, and that was like all the programming I did and the whole thing. Anyways, that was the problem. There is that thing doesn't select county doesn't have a token info. This thing does though. So no, okay. I was gonna maximize it, but let's just hit this shit and see what happens. So you're supposed to go to there. We hit here. Boom. Like seriously, man. I wrote all that code for no reason. There's probably some reason not to do this, but we'll just get rid of this shit then. It's such an easier. I'm gonna put a note in here. Return token to their starting location if the player clicks on Oh, you know what we should test is make sure that it doesn't go. It doesn't. We should probably already had this part in here, but let's make sure that something doesn't fuck up if we send it to the same place. That is hard to see. Yeah, so it shouldn't do anything when I'm right-clicking. I'm right-clicking on that. All right, so that whole thing, return token to the starting location. The player clicks on a county that isn't the destination. All right, so that is actually it's this whole. Let's put this up here. That's what this whole thing does. So we can just get rid of this shit. And I should probably have left that there, but you know what? Fuck it. I have so much like shit commented out. We don't even know what's going on at this point. So there was also that bool and shit. What did I just delete? Let's just get rid of this whole thing. Fuck it. Wait, what did I just delete in this other one? What the fuck was that? I thought it was return home. Yeah, okay. You know what we didn't test? Well, let's do it. Let's save this. What do we got a problem now? If return home is true, yeah, we'll get rid of this. Let's hit play. You know what we never did is we never let it get all the way to its destination. That might cause some other issues because it's supposed to like copy stuff. So let's make sure that it can get, you know, when it returns home, that it does something. So we're gonna have it return home. Yeah, can you believe that shit? I wrote all that code for nothing. All right, so that is good. I keep accidentally clicking that other thing. I'm gonna try to clean my code up some more. I don't know what this is, so we'll just get rid of it. I like this code has so many like commented out shit. Like I don't even know what this is anymore. Let's just get rid of it. I'll probably regret this at some point, but my memory is so terrible. I'll probably forget that I ever wrote it. Like what is this big gap right here? Okay, so select county should be. It says it's not saved. Oh, because this is. I returned that to its starting location. The other thing I was thinking of, well, we got to do two things here. Let's go back to our thing here. So this is this is the thing I added. So we're done with that shit. So we're going to close this issue, which always makes me happy. So we're done with the hero movement. So this hero movement thing should go back at the very bottom right here. And hopefully, you know, because we're going to improve that shit later. Right now, we're just going we're what I was calling rounds. So we're trying to go through the whole game, do one little section of every single part of the game. And then when we're completely done, we'll have like a finished game, but it will be complete trash, unplayable garbage that no one would ever even want to look at. And then we're at that point, we can like celebrate, and then we can start adding new things as we go. We do another round, and then we'll just keep doing rounds and improving the game as we go. But I want each little part set up so that we know what we're getting into, basically. So like right now, one of the things that I don't know how I want to do armies, and if I had, you know, put a ton of work into hero movement and had all this like the heroes working perfectly, and then I don't know what I want to do, how armies are going to work. That's then we might have to rewrite all of the hero shit. We're gonna have to rewrite everything probably anyways, but with the little baby steps, that's my plan at least. And that's one of the things. I don't know what I want to do with the armies, and I was originally gonna have them separate things, but they might be just heroes, because your heroes can have people with them as like guards and people that help them, you know, with diplomacy or whatever. And it's the same as an army, because remember we have very few people in this game. You know, if your hero has 5 people with them, that's like an army So it's like, and you might even outfit your hero's followers with guns and stuff to protect him while he's moving around. So that's basically an army. And so I don't know what to do with army. So I'm going to move this army thing way down here to the bottom. Um, below hero movement even, and we got to decide, at some point it will be like, oh shit, we do need armies. The other thing, originally the idea was having them separate because they're going to take time to muster. Like, that when you hit like spawn an army, like people are they're gonna have to gather their guns and shit. But I think we might want to do that with heroes too. Like if you hit spawn a hero, it takes a day for them to get their shit together and all their guys to come around. So that's like we can kick that down the road. But so this is next round. This means this is the stuff we're gonna work out for the next time we get back to working on heroes, and that's why we put it at the bottom here. And the armies we just put there. So we're gonna basically work on some debugging stuff. But we need to combine this to merge this and push it to GitHub, which is always like when I merge it locally. So someone in chat one day was like, you're supposed to not. He didn't say it. You're supposed to. He said, hey, you can do this locally. And I was like, no, what are you talking about? And then I looked it up after, and I've done it one or two other times, but it's always like this traumatizing experience because one time, and I don't know if it was when I was doing that, when I like everything seemed to work, but when I loaded, all of this stuff that I had set up in the inspector was missing. So like anything that had like check boxes that I had checked, like here, let's say I check this, that was all missing. All of these things were blank, and it was awful. So I did something. So I think the first thing we got to do is make sure that this is all pushed to token to GitHub. Movement seems to be working for heroes. Okay, so let's commit this all. And then the other thing, I wrote some notes, and then I lost my notes, so I rewrote some of them, but they suck. So the first thing we want to do is, no, we're gonna commit I know you can't say this, everything to GitHub is the first step. All right, so then these are my notes for this. I for some reason I had my notes, I mean, I know why I had them there, but I had them in my project right here, and they kept getting fucked up for some reason. I can't remember why. I think they were in too many different spots, and then they're getting pushed to GitHub and whatever. So I just moved them out, and they're just in this, like, in the root folder of all of my projects. So this is all notes for like how I get the maps and shit. I can't remember why I moved it out, but whatever. So commit everything to GitHub, change to the main branch. So we got to go to view. And I made a copy of my repository before I started streaming, because this is actually manage branches. Change to the main branch. Let's put this in here. I know, once again, this is manage. What was this? Manage branches. Okay, and then change to the main branch. It says I can double click this. It doesn't seem to do anything. There we go. I just didn't double click correctly. Right click, change to the main branch. Right click on main and merge branch to main. That doesn't seem to be right. No, I think I click on this and then I compare merge token. Okay, no, so I switch to main and then I right click. Yeah, my notes suck. Let's fix these. Right click on main and merge branch to main. No, right click on branch you want to merge, then merge branch to main. And so what happens, I've done this on my other project a bunch of times now, but what keeps happening is it will say there's all these conflicts and it's just a fucking nightmare. All right, so I think we right click here, merge token movement into main, click. This will change 79 files. Automatically commit changes after the merge if there's no conflict. Fingers crossed. This is an old message. That seemed to have worked. This round of token movement is finished. Oh, except I guess they're already committed there, and so we're gonna push this. And a lot of times out of laziness, I click this button because it will bring me to my shit. And then I go to here. That seems to have worked. So then we got to. That wasn't surprisingly. Why is it so easy on my other one? It's always there's some fucking nightmare. Now let's delete this shit. And then when we do the next push, we'll create a new branch. I don't like pushing shit to main because I've been using like the features of GitHub a lot more. Like if I can't, like I'll notice like, yeah, if I do some changes and suddenly everything's broken, I'll look back and be like, what the fuck did I change that could break this? But okay, so main's looking good. We can delete these other branches too. I don't know what the fuck those are. Let's just get them out of here. They're too old. Active branches. Let's hit play, actually, because now we're on a different branch. I deleted the one locally, but we still have these online. I did so many changes. But this is over a little bit, so that was something. Let's maximize this, and we're going to keep like a keen eye out for any bugs. I think this is exactly. God, these things are so ugly. And let's make sure that, like Gloria here can move around. Okay, that is all working right. I feel confident that we can. I do have a local copy of the. Whenever I do that, like I said, I get all worried. Your branches, active branches. This thing's trash. Get this out of here. These are all gone. So now we should be able to go back to here. It was probably like months. Oh no, I guess main 2 weeks ago I pushed something. Yeah, no, this is I don't know, 8 months ago. No, that was just when we created. I don't know when I last pushed before this to here, but we're done with this shit now, and then we can go back to this list and decide what we're doing next. So heroes is done. Done. Right clicking when a panel is open works. Probably need to disable this. Okay, so there's a couple different ways we can do that. So we're just basically going to go down this list of in progress shit and try to knock it all out. Let's maximize this to see what the fuck it's talking about. So it said right click when a panel is open still works. I don't know if we're going to be able to tell. We're not going to be able to tell unless somebody is spawned. This definitely doesn't work. Maybe it's talking about, what panel is it talking about? Research? Oh, this got fucked up. I forgot. So I was thinking this wasn't still, all right, well, that's on the list. What panel is it talking about? Buildings panel, maybe? I mean, you can't get, I guess you could try, could we right click? Oh, you're not selected anymore. I'm right clicking all over the place. What panel is it talking about? I can't click through. Oh, it's paused. Well, let's unpause it and go back to this research. Maybe it means here? No. I put these blocker panels, I call them. Maybe it was like a, no? I don't know what it was talking about. Maybe it fixed itself. Maybe we fixed it already. Let's take it off the fucking list then. Did I put any more description on here? No, because I'm an asshole. Like, why would I put description on here, right? It's fixed though. Can click the population button when population description panel is open and it opens. I think we want the population description panel to close instead. Can click the population button when population description panel is open. This is the population description button. Aha, that's what it's talking about. And then it says, I think we want the yeah, I think I agree with myself. I agree with myself. Where are you? I think if you were to click on this again, this panel should close and this panel should open. That shouldn't be too hard to fix, right? Whoops. So what the fuck, man? That is county info. That is, what is this thing? Okay, so this is the panel that's opening. What is this button? Need to rename it if so. It's like population. I need to rename it so I can find it better. County population text. On click, it's this thing. Because it's a button as well. All right, so on click we can put. I don't know if it will bug. I don't think it will bug out. We could just say here, set active. I don't know what I just clicked on. So that should solve that problem. I hope. Oh, oh yeah, that can't be open when we're starting the game. And I tried to figure out a way to force that thing to close, but I couldn't do it. Maybe later, maybe not later, but maybe at some point I'll look back at that. I think I have it on the list. So this should. Well, now it doesn't do anything. So that's nice. Did I have it? No? Whatever I did, it worked great. I mean, all I did was change that thing. Why would what? Add this in here. Population info panel. That's you, man. Maybe I have something on the population info panel that's like turning itself off. All right, let's stop this. On enable. Um, the fuck is this? Why are we? What is this thing? Why? Why do we have this? If population info panel open is equal to true, UI population info panel close. I thought I fixed it, so I know what this is doing, I think. Close description panels. Why did I do it this way? I also don't like it being called population info panel. It should probably be called population list panel. But what the fuck am I doing? And why does my music sound so shitty? Yeah, I know you guys can't hear it, but um, it's because this dude. Yeah. Oh, I already downvoted this guy. Yeah. Fuck this person. Oh, I can't get him out of this playlist. Yeah. Fuck you, dude. Why would you upload this shitty piece of crap? Okay. I almost never I think I've downvoted like 3 videos in my whole life, and I downvoted that video because it's somebody uploaded some choppy piece of shit of music. I listen to music on YouTube. I should probably go to Spotify or something, but I'm too cheap to pay for Spotify. Um. Okay, I don't quite remember why this looks like this. There's one reference to this. What is the reference? Select county. Okay, so what we're doing is when you select county, it closes everything, is what I'm guessing. Can we go look at this? Yeah, so on left click, it closes everything. Wonder why we have all those bools. Why not just try to close it? I wonder if it bugs out. If it's that's probably. Well, there's a fucking way easier way to fix that too. Where was that shit? Was it here? Where was that crazy shit? Um, that used to be my solution to everything. More bools. That is not a good solution. It's right here. I'm okay, so I totally am knowing. I'm totally understanding what I think I'm totally understanding what's going on here. Um, I think what I did is it would probably be like if this. But why? It shouldn't. Even if you try to close something that doesn't exist. This is Select County. It should just try it. It shouldn't fail. Where is this? This is the UI population info panel. Game instance set active false or game instance game object. What the fuck is what have I done? I think once again I think I know what I was trying to do or what I and it probably worked fine, but it's not what we it's now it's causing issues for its own thing. What the fuck is this? Okay, so there's a couple of different things we got to fix here. I kind of changed how I do things now. Well, I've changed a lot. As I learn, I keep changing things, which is fine. It does worry me that, I'll be another year down the road, another 5 years down the road, and I'll find some old clunky code and just be like, what is this? And not understand how to fix it because it will be integral to the whole thing. And I'll like pull one little string and then I'll just have to give up. Uh, I kid, of course. So what I was trying to do, and it worked for a little bit, is to stick on itself the things that are below it, and it's so like there would be a script on here that has control of everything. It has all the different game objects that you need. The problem is that if it's inactive, it bugs out. But there's actually a way easier way than putting bools in here. You just say if it's not null. I just probably didn't know how to do that at the time or something. I mean, that's like some basic shit. Where the fuck did that go? So let's fuck with this. Not the refresher. Where was that? That was on select county. It was on here. And I called this, what did I call this thing? Yeah, it's right here. So it looks to me we could have I mean, it's better to try to use built-in shit, right? In my mind, I will just comment this out real quick, and then we'll test this. Uh, UI population info panel. That's talking about this thing is not null. So interesting that that's what I was testing. Um, oh, I get to look. I get to ban someone. Uh, I get the joy of banning someone. It doesn't. I wish it. I wish it told you in chat, like this person was banned. Um, they can tell um, when I don't have any viewers, and the bots can tell when I have a shitty number of viewers, and then they come crawling out of the woodwork. It's what's crazy is I haven't gotten those in a while, and I thought maybe Twitch had improved their uh, anti-bot botness because it used to be like every stream if I didn't have like if I only had like two people, and I actually have the thing turned off where I can see the number of um, can I report this guy too? Uh, where I can see the number, report him. He is off Twitch behavior alerts, chat messages. He terrorism. Whoa, spam, scams, and bots. He is a bot trying to sell followers. Submit report. Oh, he was already blocked, but we'll block him again. There's this like it says time. I can time him out, and I can't get that off my screen. Like, get that shit out off of my screen, man. Anyways, yeah. So I thought they had fixed. Now everything's just open. Look at this. I can't get this shit off my screen. Come on. Created May 8th. That's not that new. There we go. Okay, he's gone. He's gone and he's been reported, which is kind of a weird thing to do. Now I had to fix that. All right. That was such excitement. It's like a video game. It's like smack the what's that thing where the Squirrels pop their head out. Whack-a-mole. There you go. It's like whack-a-mole. Anyways, so all right, let's see if we get a bug here. So I think this is probably what it was probably doing was it was freaking out or something because what? Um, See, that's the thing that I would like. Is this maybe I put all? That's a dumb way to do it. Let's fix that. Let's make it. Let's make it a less of it. Maybe it's the only way I can figure out. So it's the minute I click on one. So on select. So let's think about how to do this. Okay, so this is the problem: is that this thing is null to start off with. This is null. Um, is it null though? It's weird. I usually don't see these game objects in there either, so I feel like there's something weird with this whole thing. This whole idea. Why can't we just say close the goddamn thing? Why do we need to do any tests? It probably like says, "Hey, we don't like you," because there's no you don't exist. But why? Why? I feel like there's probably another. Well, I already said this 7 times. There's got to be a better way to do this. It's because of this. I'm trying to have it close itself. But there's a better, yeah, let's just fix this one for now, probably. So the best way, oh, or is this one of those timed things? And I was trying to avoid having to do like a wait thing. UI canvas, what do we got on you? We got nothing. Um, I actually don't like this called UI canvas either. That's kind of a dumb name. Let's call it player UI. And let's do this. I think what we want to do is have a look at all this shit. We should have like a master thing. It will just be easier in the long run. And I'm like a UI player UI. That's a great. I love that script name there. And we're gonna say attach that to this, and we'll put the shit in here, and we'll just say like, hey, this is the thing we want to get rid of. Um, it will just be a list of the shit that we want to get rid of. What is this thing? We're gonna do it. Will other things be accessing this? No. I don't think we need it to be that way. What the fuck was this thing called? It was called County Info Panel, but it's actually not the County Info Panel. It is Population Info Panel. It's a population list panel. It's a list of the population. So let's call it that. I forgot it. Key ingredient here. And that's all we're going to have on this thing currently, but it's going to grow. It's going to grow. So so a lot of times people in chat will tell me like, "Hey, you should have put something this way or whatever." Oh, fuck, we already have it right here. Oh, because this is in the wrong spot. But we already have it right there. So someone will in chat will be like, "It'd be better if you do it this way," and then I get like carried away doing it that way. So whatever they suggest, I go, that's a good idea, and then I suddenly I'm doing it, and it turns into a whole pile of horse shit. It's not their fault. It's me getting overly excited about something. So like we already have it right here, but let's get rid of it. Let's have it just like a what's going on there. Uh, let's have this like a master version of this shit. Set at true population button. We're going to leave that bug there just for a second. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix that. Player UI. Singing along to the music. Okay, so that is where we're gonna, yeah, we'll set this right here. We'll probably get kind of a long list of shit, but it will be worthwhile in the long run. So this is just gonna be. I'm not quite sure why we're doing it this way either. UI player UI dot instance. I guess we need an instance in there. Instance. That is amazing. Public static. And you know, my other, like I said, my other game usually do it for me. Get, is it a comma? I can't remember. It usually fills this shit in for me. There we go. Because I can't remember anything. So I usually do that now. And then we're going to do that. Oh, I remember. So I was trying not to do this, but I guess we got to do a public one. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay. So now back to where was that thing? What is this thing doing? So I hit the population button. Oh, I know what this is. This is only allowing us to look at our own population, which is fine. That's fine, I guess. It doesn't really matter in this particular instance. We're gonna like I said, we're gonna have to like kind of rewrite that to a point. But yeah, all right. So then if it's your own, the population list will appear. We do want that to happen that way. I wonder if there's a better way to do that. There probably is. Okay, and this needs to go to UI player UI. I love that for some reason. What was the thing that we just population list panel? Okay. So it shouldn't matter if it's open or closed. It should just try to close it, and we don't give a fuck. I mean, we couldn't. No, we don't give a fuck. Yeah. So with that other thing, we're gonna have to fix this too, where we can see which heroes are alive in these other counties. This shouldn't actually. Let's put that on our list here. I think we had it that way because it was easier to test. Make it so the player can't see other faction heroes in counties. That's going to be kind of difficult. Maybe Do we already have it on here? I don't think that still does that. Oh yeah, there's no way. There's no way to get rid of a hero. Um, okay, we did do this thing, I think. We're gonna convert that to an issue, and I'm gonna put this on the next round. I don't want to do. We'll fuck with that later. I'm sick of working on heroes. I want to move to the next thing, which on here it says resources and work, which is weird because we already did that. Maybe I didn't like drag it down here. Um, oh, I already decided we don't want these in separate scripts. This is part of the things I was getting carried. I'm pretty sure we do want that. No, I don't want that. Changed my mind. So that's one of the things that I got carried away with was, are you gonna do? Okay? Was I wanted, um, I was breaking the mono behaviors into two mono behaviory, if that makes sense. I want to start archiving these. I have a theory that GitHub can't handle the number of these things I have open. So we'll archive a couple of these while I'm here. I wonder if I can just like say, we can bring them back out. Set limit. We have 100. Can we do 100? Well, we did it. We set the limit. So what does that do? I can't drag more shit in here. Oh, good God. We'll put it at the bottom. It doesn't seem to do anything. I was hoping it would like um, archive all the ones. I don't know how I don't know what the best practice is for this shit. I'm just making this up as I go along. But I do feel like there's some definite. Yeah, I actually feel like this with a lot of different websites lately, that they're all really shitty, slow, and it's like I've also noticed a lot of them have this thing where they have an animation when you get to their login page. It will like slowly fade in and stuff, and I'm always just sitting there like, who the fuck thought this was a good idea to have things go slow? Like who's like, we need animations on the login page because we want a slow fade in on the login page because you're if you go to this website all the time, these are usually work websites. um, I want to waste 5 seconds of your time every time you go to it. It's so bizarre. Like there's like um, a whole like movement of people who are trying to reduce uh, the bunch of bullshit that we have on websites. It's like the websites are out of control garbage, and they're just covered in ads, etc., etc. Anyways, I don't know what this rant is about. I mean, it's about websites, obviously, but I don't know why I'm going on it. It's a pointless. It's not like I have any control over that, and no one gives a shit. There's this cool website. I forget what it's called. It's like what a website should look like. No, of course it's Google's trash now too. No, it's like fastest website. No, this is just an ad. It's all fucking ads. That's all this is. These are all just fucking ads. Anyways, there's a website out there that's built with all this. There's two of them actually. Um, that's built with all this extra shit in it, and you click it, and it's so fast. You're like, oh, I didn't get to the. There's something wrong. It's just like text. Obviously you're gonna want to put a couple of pictures and stuff, but it's look at this. This is all ads. Not a single one of these are actual. Obviously, this is a pretty shitty thing to search. I can't remember the name of it. For so long I was trying to. It's just all ads. The whole front page of. There's not a single article in there. Oh wait, there's an article. All right, it's 90% ads. It has some weird name, but anyways, if you can ever find this website, it's pretty awesome how quickly it loads because it doesn't have all this extra garbage. And at this point, it's extra garbage. Like the whole 90% of the internet, just extra garbage. We're just wasting all of our bandwidth on just fucking garbage. I want to keep this at 100. We'll say. But I do feel like this site has been slowing down with like the dragging and dropping. I have like usually about 800 up and 800 down, and so I don't think it's my internet. It could be, but I would say like a large number of websites lately I've noticed that I regularly visit for work are slow as shit, like unbearably slow. I've been on this diatribe about Matrix games and Slitherine and stuff. Their websites are so fucking slow. It's like 30 seconds per click. All right, are we going to click this 26 more times? Is that what we're going to do here? This is exciting. Streaming. Is it telling? Is it Okay, so I have a bot on my Discord that sends updates to this project, and I was like, is it telling like is it every time I click this, is it updating on Discord? It is not. Since we're diatribing about websites, Discord is like a huge issue with tech support. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to go about talking about this, but there's different topics, but the main one being that tech support is locked behind a login. So what I mean is, like, if you want tech support for like a Foundry VTT, let's say, this is just an example, which is like a D&D virtual tabletop for D&D or Pathfinder or whatever the fuck. If you want help with that, you can't search it. You can't Google the issue you're having. You have to log into their Discord and look at it. Obviously Google blows, but it's better to have that available. Like, if you search, you get all the Reddit threads and stuff. So Reddit works that way. And traditionally forums have always been that way, that you could search for the issue, but with Discord you can't. So you have to actually log into Discord and then ask on Discord or search through their Discord, and then you get some Discord dickhead who tries to gatekeep your question, and it's a completely different. It's a huge issue, and so it's Unity would be another example. There's a Unity Discord, and we did it, and they're answering questions in there. Those questions aren't available for search engines to see. So when you're Googling away with your Unity issue, you're not going to find the answers because they're getting answered behind a login. And that's like a major problem for the internet. It's like, I don't think it's a Discord is maliciously like, haha, we'll get all their shit. We'll hold all their shit ransom. They're just trying to provide a service, but the service actually is fucking part of the internet. And it's going to be more and more like that because everyone wants you to log in so they can harvest your fucking details and stuff. Anyways, my diatribe's almost done. No, it's done. I'm going to take a quick break, though. And then I'm going to come back. We got rid of those. Where the fuck is my music? We got rid of that shit. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. Let me throw up my. Oh, we got the game still playing. I wonder if it's only been going. Let's maximize it, and then we'll throw up my break timer and wherever goddamn OBS is here. No, I don't want it there. And then I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Let's turn off this break timer. Let's turn off my music that only I can hear. I just need it to. The silence is too much for me. Oh, I guess I clicked away, so the time wasn't moving. We can stop that shit. What were we doing when I got sidetracked? Getting rid of all that stuff. Maybe we'll cut this down to 50 at some. Click on the population button when the population description panel is open, and it opens. I think we want the. Okay, so we got sidetracked fixing that one issue. We're just gonna leave that other crap there because because I'm a fool. Let's okay. So this should. Well, it doesn't do anything. So I guess I'm still busted. That part's still busted. Um, yeah, like this is a nice thought, but I don't like it. So what are we doing here? We're clicking on. So when this button is alive, we don't need that shit anymore. Um, okay, that's just some other thing. I like my on disable at the end. Okay, so it destroys the population. I'm going to rename this destroyed population list. Let's try to keep this consistent at the very least. All right, so that's that. So what is this? This just on enable. It sets up that list, which is perfect. I love that. Okay, I don't love it. But what is the fucking problem here with this thing? This button is here. It's this thing. Oh, this is just wrong. Oh. Fatal Air, how's it going? This is just Jesus Christ, I'm just closing the wrong thing. We want to close. We want to close the description panel. Wait, what do we want to do? Yeah, we want to close the description panel. Not this. There's gonna be an easier way to do this. What we'll do. Let's think here for a second. We're gonna want it. We're gonna want to. We're gonna want to. I was telling it to close itself. I was telling it to close this thing, the thing that we used to open it. Yeah, so we just wanted to close this thing. This is what we want it to do. We want it to do this. Where did that button go? We want it to do this. I was just setting the wrong thing. Okay, let me save this. Your Fatal Error, your username reminds me of one day I finally got a Stack Overflow and I was so excited. Okay. Yeah, so that was like the quickest fix. They're probably going to run into something else though. Yeah, we didn't even have to do a script. I messaged my friends and I was like, I finally got a Stack Overflow. We can ditch this shit too. We can probably rename all the, what is this? Rename all the game objects in the list to the index for later clickability. What? All right, we fixed that issue. Let's get rid of this, which means we need to archive one. Oh, good God. We have to go all the way to the top. Let's archive this one while we're down here. Let's archive a couple. I'm confident. Am I confident? I'm hoping. Okay, now we can put this over here. And well, we don't want to archive it. We just want to close it. There we go. That one's fixed. What's this next? Start the game paused. So this shouldn't be very hard. Did I ever? Yeah, I did. Okay, so I started this globals thing. I usually use a scriptable object to do this, which I don't think is the way you're supposed to use scriptable objects. But I think I'm going to do it that way anyways. Do I have a folder for scriptable objects? I do. Fatal, thank you for the follow. Um, I think. Okay, actually, let's wait on that. So what I did in this other thing that worked fine, but like I said, as I had this scriptable object where I had all of the options so that it would just remember what I was fucking with instead of me having to change it in the code. But let's actually, because this is so short, and let's just put it here for now. Um, this will just be a bool, and then we'll go into the time thing. Actually, we need to set this to true, and we'll go into the time thing, and then we'll just manually change that. It's kind of a shitty way to do it, but for now, it will be fine. I guess it doesn't matter what this says. Okay, so let's go. Now we have to go into the time and tell it to, like, if time is paused, where is our clock? Um, okay, I actually know what this means now. I didn't know what that meant back then. Um, in my other game I have a bunch of them because some keys are. Um, okay, so I think what we want here is if globals dot instance dot is start paused equals true, then modified time equals 0, else and I think what should happen now is it should just start paused. I wonder if the paused button, yeah. Look at that, we got 2 seconds in. And then I don't remember why I wanted to start paused, but I did at some point. All right, that works. Let's hope we probably fucked something else up here. But that's we'll worry about that when we get the bug. Start the game paused. All right, there we go. Another one. Whoops, another one down the drain. Drain? No. Another one completed. Research is showing the wrong name for each research item. That is a major issue that I don't know when this started, but we fucked something up. Okay, so research should not be, it should have a different name for each thing. Um, that, oh, did you see that? It unpaused when I closed that. Son of a bitch. It's still paused in the background. Yeah, that's another bug. Let's add that in here. When closing, it unpauses when research is closed. And let's put this thing right here. We'll do that next. Okay. So let's figure out where this research shit is going wrong. So we have the research panel. That's once it opens, though. So this is going to be the top bar info. Should have. No, that's just the info. Is this a research button in here? No. Um. I mean, we're definitely going to be looking at this stuff, but where is this button? What are you set to do? All right, so you're pausing and you're setting that active. And then on here, I didn't put a script on it. So we did this a long time ago. When I say we, I mean me. I feel like there should be a script on here and then it should kick off on enable, but we don't have that. I wonder how I did it. Oh, this is one of those things where I got carried away, like I was talking about earlier, where it says someone, is like saying there's a better way to do it, and that's attach the script, and the script controls things, controls its own like children and stuff, and so I like started getting all like putting just these like tiny scripts on everything, and they worked a little bit, but not how they should. What is this? Okay, no, this is all right. So this is where probably our bug is. Yeah, this is where our bug is. So this is attached to our prefab over here. This thing. Yeah, so what is causing this other part though? We should be instantiating a bunch of stuff somewhere. I wonder where I stuck this shit. I never can find anything too. That's another issue. Like it should be something right here where it's like on enable. It kicks off the instantiation and stuff, but I did it differently back in the day here. It's only been, I don't know, a year, 6 months. Um, I don't remember what this was. We put something in here. Um, okay, it's got to be one of these research item panel. That doesn't do anything though. Yeah, like see how like each one of these is like some tiny thing. That's what I got too into the mono part of the mono behavior. But all right, so the best thing. So we're gonna rewrite this whole thing. So what the fuck opens this? This research button opens this. We got to track down where this thing is too. So back to the research button. That was under. It was right here. The clock pauses, which is I think we got an error in there for the other thing. Yeah, and this is just set to standard open. Where the fuck is the part that's instantiating stuff? Oh, did I stick it on like here somewhere? Viewport maybe? Here it is. It's just called research. What the fuck is that? Oh, I remember now. We didn't. So I was gonna try to get him to dynamically appear. That's the thing. We're not instantiating anything. I originally was gonna have him dynamically appear. Um, but then I was having issues drawing lines, and I didn't want to deal with the lines right now. What I mean is, do I have something weird open? Hopefully not. When I have another tier here, I was having issues drawing the lines between them. You know, like if you get this prerequisite done, and I wasn't sure how to do it. So that's what's going on there. So this is okay. So the whole problem, they aren't prefabs. They're just, this thing is wrong. They're just there. So what is this thing's problem? VAR research items. So these are getting populated when these look like they're all turned off. Oh no, we just turned on some of them. Okay, so we're probably going to want to rewrite this whole thing. And, well, we're definitely going to want to rewrite this whole thing at some point. But let's just fix this current issue. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's their famous last words. The fuck is this toggle? Oh, that's if their research is done. Okay, so VAR research factions, player ID, research item. So we have a list of some sort. This is a list of research items. It goes through and it's assigning the name here. And then this opens up the like actual research item. And then if it's been, so this should be like really basic. So what's the fucking problem here? We have some faction thing. We can't see the research items probably. So we'll fix that to make this debugging process easier. That would be probably under controller, which I don't like that name anymore. And it would be on world map load, which is right here. These are the different factions. I don't see a research. Oh, there is a research item. There's 4 of them. Forest Shack, Fisher Shack. Was there 4 of them? It says there's 4. Wait. Yeah, Garden Shack and Elitism. Wonder how we broke this. So every one of these has this on here. I see how we broke this. Everyone, I wonder how this must have been broken forever. This would have never worked. Like I must have like wrote this and been like, "Yep, that's it." And I didn't test it. That seems insane. Okay, this is not gonna work. This is gonna since these things are. You know what I probably did is moved this somewhere. There's an easier way to do this too. Not easier. Research item buttons. So this probably does. Oh wait, are these aren't named the thing either? But I think what we can do actually is cut this off. Oh wait, what is this? Huh, why did I do it this way? Uh, like this should be, if it's gonna do this, man, I would have done this completely differently. Why? Yeah, let's do this different. Let's just rewrite it now. Um, and let's have it instantiate this shit anyways. Or is there a reason why I'd change? This might be like a horrible idea. Um, why did I make this so hard on myself? Okay, all right. This is what we're gonna do. When this research panel becomes active, we're gonna put this. Where was that research? That's a UI thing too. It's like in the wrong spot. So what is this thing doing? It's just pausing the time. It looks like, and we have that other pause time thing happening. Where is this stuck? Is this stuck to this thing? Where the fuck is this thing even? Where do you live? I don't think this is gonna do us any good. Um, yeah, this doesn't do us any good. Can I search by script name? Doesn't look like it. Well, we saw it a second ago. Did I? Oh, it was stuck to one of these things. Here it is. Research title and description. All right, we're going to move this up to here so it's easier to find. We're going to rename this fucking thing. I guess I know why I didn't put UI in front of it, because it is kind of it is. I'm gonna rename it with UI though, because I can't find this shit. It really is a UI thing. Uh, and we'll move it here too, and we should be getting like bugs and shit, but I guess not. Like 90% of the game is UI stuff. And then we're gonna open this thing up. We're gonna rename this thing. Yeah, we'll do this. I've been having this weird thing with my keyboard that when I hit F2, sometimes, to rename something, the whole thing implodes. So we have this pause thing going on, and we also have this other. Uh, yeah, I don't know what that is. We'll just ignore that. We have this other. This might be a monumental task, but we're gonna do it this way anyways. We're gonna do it the better way. I must have, like, I don't know. It's a lot of. Okay, so this has on enable, stop the time, but this thing has on itself. No, it's the button. The research button stops the time, or it's doing something. What are you doing? Yeah, pause the time. Okay, so this thing. I do want this to be here. I do want that to be there. But so we'll get rid of this thing. It will just open up that, and then on here we'll have it control itself. Uh, this is going to be called UI research. Now I'm changing my mind here. No, we'll leave it that. No, we won't. We're going to go back to here and just call it UI Research Panel. And we're going to go to here. Yeah, I like half wrote it. It's weird how it should have been. I remember, and it worked for a while, but I don't know if we need this instance here either. But okay, so the first thing we wanted to do, research, why do we have this game object here? What is this game? What do we do? Is that changing? Where the fuck is that thing? It's probably this. Let's turn this on and look. What the fuck is that thing for? Why? Yeah, well, I don't care. What were we doing with this? Why were people people? Why were? Okay, what is this? UI research button. This is the UI. Okay, this makes sense now. All right, so it's going to open up the description panel. All of the prefabs have to reference this, and the issue is we can't have on a prefab panel that isn't with the prefab. So this is a dumb name, is what the problem is. Research title and description. This is just the research description. Oh, I called it this over here. Oh, what is this one? Oh, wow, that's black too, and everything else is gray. Let's just call it. We don't have such a verbose name. This should be research description panel. That's the standard that we're going with, and that's gonna not throw off what the fuck I was talking about here. Research. Okay. That may have busted some stuff though. Okay. I need to stop saying okay. So when this thing opens, we're gonna instantiate. We're going to go through the list and instantiate them. I remember now why I did some of this stuff. So let's go back to here. This is wrong too. Did I just like manually? Oops, not the image. Okay, so these are just like stuck here. These all are just stuck here. All right, well, there's another. Well, let's not instantiate them right now. We can do that when we fix the line thing. But what we do want to do is we're going to need another game object. We can do this a different way. Research items parent. And then we can just go through and we can just name them all. With this other thing, research panel, UI research panel. Yes, that's what this part we're going to copy out of here. And we're going to put it in. Yeah, I don't know why. We don't need that thing. UI, what the fuck is that for? On enable, actually, is what we want this. Okay. And we're going to this thing. Yeah, so this, oh, but these are private. Wonder why I made them private. No, I made them private because they were on their thing. This will become better once we instantiate them, but that's going to be a ways off. So we're going to need these public. Do we need an instance of this? No. Yes. No. We don't need an instance of this. So when this thing pops open, we're going to want to do. We're going to want it to go. What is this var shit? Yeah, we want that to be there. But this is like a list, though, isn't it? Can we just make this a list? I like to make these things, if possible. No. Yes. No. I always have trouble with the lists on this. I don't want it to be a new one. This is just a, oh, do we need that? We need the collection in here. Look at that new thing up there. There we go. You can get the fuck out of here. Okay. So this is going to be this list, and then I just like to try to not use var that much because it helps me have less bugs later. All right, so that list is there, and then we're going to go with this research parent thing. Let's make sure we're in the wrong. This is going to be this research items is going to be this thing, and then we'll just go through each child, and we'll go like research parent items. This is like a dumb way to do it. Get child. Actually, get component in child. Is that an option? No. Get transform. Get child. It's already gonna be active. Then we're gonna get component here, and then we're gonna call it with we called it like research UI research item. What did we call that thing? Name something? Research name. And this is this, I guess this one I could do research name. What is this thing? This is a game object. No, it's a text mesh pro. And then we got the I in there. Research item toggle. We're gonna need this fucking toggle here. It is toggle equals toggle. Dot. Did we have it called toggle? I guess we did. What did I decide? No, I decided I wanted the time to pause here. I guess we already had it on enable. We'll just put this up here. We'll deal with the real pausing issue next. All right, so now I think it should go through and go down in the children. You know what we also could do, though? Since we have all these children, we can turn all these off and then set them enable too. Or set active, I mean. What, I gotta do transform or some shit? Man, if this was old school programming, I'd be fucking useless. If it didn't tell me how to do everything. Okay, I'm trying to. I forgot I was trying to stop saying okay all the time, and we're gonna still ignore this error code. It will go away probably when we restart things. Oh shit, we left the research thing open. I think we probably caused some other issues here. Yeah, so that fixed all those. What about if we click on this? It's like, no. Format input string is not in the correct. This is on the research item button. What are we trying to get here? This is part of this list too, but I think this is just a research item, isn't it? It is. It is, like it just helps me know that like the thing is matching what I'm doing. What was your problem? Oh, okay. So it was, man, this thing must have been busted for so fucking long. This is back when we were naming these things. We were instantiating this stuff. This thing must have been busted forever. We must have like accidentally rolled back some code or something. What we can do, we can fix that too right here. We can just go. There we go. We'll just name that thing to. Oh, what's your problem? Game object name. You don't want to be I. What's your problem? Okay, that's fine. I have a cure for that. I think that's what it wants. So that should rename these to numbers. Yeah, this is like all set up how we were gonna try to instantiate it. Yeah, that slews that. That solves that issue. I kind of like that in black better. Is it paused? It's paused, and now it's unpaused. So I think, what were we doing? How did we fix this thing? Pause time, number of things paused, plus plus. What do we have on this close button? Is there some weird shit going on here? We do. Um, I can hear my computer grinding away in the background. Like the, and it's this computer, I need to take it apart and clean it again. Oh, I know what the problem is. The thing we set up, well, that's a different problem. What is going on here? This was unsaved. Oh, this has gone to, I usually try to keep this a little larger. Uh, that was under the clock. We actually want to do this differently. We want to go, we want to do this differently. If this is true, then we want to actually use this pause time thing because it actually, no, there's no panels opening though. Let's just see what that does. Number of things paused would be 1, and then you would do that, it'd be 2. Okay, no, I think we do want it this way. So I had to put a number where we kept track of how many things were opening and pausing things because before I was having so many issues with having things pause when I was closing all these different panels. Yeah, so that solved that. Oh yeah, we don't have a way to turn this off. Uh, so that pauses that. Yeah, so that solves that issue too. Okay, so we just knocked out 2 things at once. I might take a quick break. I'm not at once, but you know what? We can bring this done list to here because we're done with that heroes part. We can close this issue. It was just some idiocy from before. This is done. There's no way to close the info panel. That was the next thing on this list. I don't want to do that though. Close population description panel. We're over our limit. God damn it. What happened? Yeah, I'm telling you, this GitHub. It's probably because I'm on Firefox, but these projects kind of. Oh, I can scroll past is what's going on. Oh, fuck you. Who would program this? All right, it's okay. Maybe because I'm archiving these, they're really still here in the background. Let's archive a few more. Close population description panel. When population total button is clicked in the county, close when we already did that. We just fixed that. Did I have this in here twice? I did. Actually, I want to. Can I edit this? Whoa! What have I just clicked on? Um, Twice. Can we archive this one? Let's archive this one since we had it in here twice. That's a common thing I do actually is I see another issue. What's up with this heroes thing? Do I have no heroes is right here. Oh right, so we had hero movement, which I put that at the bottom. Yeah, this is a okay. We're just gonna archive this one because hero movement's done. Maybe I shouldn't archive that. It should be heroes that's down here. How do I find my archive thing? Hmm. want to unarchive that. It's nothing. Who gives a shit? Um, archive items. Hero movement. You need to come out of here. How do I un? All right. So this should actually be under heroes, and we'll just stick it somewhere. There we go. I mean, it's not whatever. It does. It's just that's what we were working on. Combine the county population dictionary in with the county. Move scripts from controller to token controller. Token controller. Did I put any notes on this? Let's break apart controller to have less scripts attached so there's a game object now called token controller. Move the scripts dealing with tokens to the token controller. That makes sense. I like that idea. I mean, I wrote that, so I would hope. Well, I just disagreed with myself earlier, so there's no way to close the info panel. I guess we could do that next. Can't unpause with spacebar after using the time changing buttons. Is that for real? All right, let's hit space. We'll go to 2 speed. Okay, it's when I hit 0, it's the spacebar doesn't work anymore. Let's take a look at this. I'm going to take a quick break, actually. This is perfect time. Are we Disney? Well, I'll take a quick break and I'll be back in less than 5 minutes here. Let me pause my music that you guys can't hear, and I'll put up my break timer. All right, I'll be right back. Maybe. Yes. All right, I'm back. Did I just change my saying okay to all right? Possibly. Let me turn that off. Let's adjust that back. All right, I had a thought. Probably what's happening is I'm disabling. I'm disabling. Yeah. Well, this is. The cat startled me. This needs to go down here. I don't know what all this is. Let's just get rid of it. It's old. I don't remember. We'll clean that shit up as I go. I'm going to leave that debug log there as a possibility. Pause and unpause. Though we still have a reference to this. When we push the keyboard. Okay, so that my smoking theory. We disable the keyboard when pause time, and then when we unpause time, no, my theory is here. We don't need these probably. We'll leave them in there. So this is the issue. We can't do it this way. We can't turn off the so if there's a thing open, so we're doing here is we're making it so that you can't, like, as panels are opening, you can't unpause you can't unpause the game with the panels open in the background. And that's what was the idea here, and that was working. But what's happening is when we put it at 0, do those buttons work when there's panels open? That would be a bummer. No, because we have the panel blockers. That it should block. Oh, no, but we want this one to. Oh, Jesus Christ. We do want time to be able to pass while this is happening. Except spacebar doesn't work while that's open. It works while that one's open. Oh, it does work while that's open. But then it stops working there because we've disabled it. Wow, this is going to be hard to figure out how to fix this. I had an idea, but then it left my brain. All right, so when we push 0, the modified time scale is set to 0, and so that's under this getter setter that's up here. So if it's 0, all right, this is just the panel. Is that what I called that thing? It's just paused? I don't like that. Text. Wow, this is gonna fuck everything up. We're gonna have to have some sort of messing with the time thing is surprisingly a pain in the ass. So the value sets the time scale. If it's 0, it puts the pause thing up, which is great. But that's all it really does. So when we push 0, though, that's all that really does. All right, let's go through this one more time because I don't feel like that should be causing this issue. I'm missing something. Do I have, I might have on here. Oh, now we have. Oh, I renamed the variable, so let's fix that. Um, you get so used to seeing the same errors over and over. The cat has joined me. All right, so the game's paused. Let's unpause it and then push 0. All right, I think I know what the problem is. I think, where are these buttons? We have something on here that says like, no, it just set it to 0. Okay, well, that's just the clock up there. Huh. So all we're doing, let's double check that with this button, is time speed 0. Are we doing anything on with this thing? Nope. And then on enable, we could put this in awake. I don't know why we're on start. I'm not sure why we have this on enabled, but whatever. Pause and unpause. There's only one thing referencing it, and it's this thing up here. I'm missing something else. On disable. If it's greater than 0, make it 0. Number of things paused is 1. Else, it makes the old. All right, I'm missing some sort of like disabling of the keyboard here. Yeah, we can just search that. Unpause. Because we're not actually using this unpause thing. That's from. Oh, good God. Oh God, I don't want that either. Um, we could. Oh, this is the reason. What happens if you hit 1 or 0 again? It doesn't do anything. I know what it is. I think because we added 1 to the number of things paused, and then we hit this, and now there's no longer any number of things paused. So we actually, what we need to do here is we can leave it like this, or we can just put pause time in here, I'm pretty sure. Because it is pausing the time, which is going to add to the number of things paused, and then it will allow us to use spacebar to unpause it. I think that's what's going on. I'm surprised this hasn't caused other issues. Maybe it has and we didn't. Maybe that's part of our whole other thing. So now it's unpaused. No, it still didn't work. Okay. That idea did not work. So when we have this thing, if it's 0, yeah, the problem with that is that disables. Okay, so let's not use that. Um, let's try this. I think that's going to cause us to be able to unpause things when we. No, it still doesn't work. Hmm. Did I save it before? I'm like an aggressive saver. Let's double check. Yeah, this time thing has been like a thorn in my side from the very beginning. It must be getting disabled somewhere where I'm not. Number of things is not a getter setter. Let's search for disable. On disable, but we're never disabling that thing. Pause time. Oh man, it's gonna be. That's not gonna. We don't want to do that. So that's the only. What is this thing doing then? Map controls. Oh, that's all of the map controls are being disabled. And they're all being enabled here. Yeah, all this does is change the. So what else would it's in fixed update, but if 0 time was the issue, you know how what we can do? Maybe we have something else that's pausing this time. That shouldn't be. But this is happening before we even open any research panels. That's a different thing we got there. Do we have anything stuck to here? I know I checked that earlier. Do we have anything? No. There is something below this. Maybe we have something stuck to the text. All it does is it puts the thing at 0. But it's still definitely disabling the keyboard. But I wonder how it's doing that. There's a way we can do this here. Now I have like 1,000 things open. If we go to this and we say, this doesn't seem to do anything, so let's just get it out of here for now. What happens if we go keyboard, what was it? Keyboard whatever. Map controls is what I'm looking for. Map controls dot keyboard dot enable. I don't think that's really what we want, but let's see if that solves our problem. Maybe it has something to do with fixed time or fixed update being. Yeah, so it's not the keyboard thing. It's not this. So modified timescale is at 0, but that shouldn't, like we shouldn't be able to ever unpause then if. Let's look for this. Let's do this. Weird. In my other game, I have performed for keyboard controls. You know, I'm using different. I mean, nothing's being disabled, but let's disable the thing that says it's being disabled. Oh wow, look at that. I clicked 0 and I clicked 0 and it makes it so I can't unpause it even when it's paused. I guess that makes sense. Unpause. What the fuck, man? So it's none of this shit. It's something else. I wonder what the difference between that is. Oh, there it was. Oh, well, I would want it to be it performed, actually. Not started. Everything in the world these days is when you're done doing it, so you can't hold it down, I suppose. Well, let's see. Yeah, you'd have to let up on it, which is actually how I want things to work. And this problem didn't start when this thing started. It's been around for a while. Maybe we have some weird thing where we're like, hey, if it's disable the keyboard. Well, no, we looked at that. Keyboard would have to be somewhere. These are like the built-in control scheme. Well, not built-in, but it automatically generates this stuff. All right, so that's not that. What the fuck is going on here? It's such a minor issue too, but it's still annoying. There's a blocker panel, probably, like this has a blocker panel to block. No, it shouldn't matter when we were clicking on other stuff. So we got to like figure out. We could, let's do this, just to make sure that this is not getting here. We'll turn these debug logs back on. Maybe it's getting there and something else is happening. Then this one, we'll put a debug log right here. So when we hit, okay, so that's right. So it says pause time, and that's what we're using, that pause time thing. Keyboard has been pressed. We shouldn't see a pause time there, and we're not. Okay, so it's the keyboard it's getting to here. It's just not work. This is not working. Our if statement must be wrong. It's this. However, any of these worked. So what we're doing, okay, all I had to do was add a couple of debug logs. This should actually be with an M here, or with a capital M. How have any of these worked? This should all. Maybe they've never worked. I didn't just. Damn it. So now the old time, I guess we could look, should be 1. Oh, look at that. Number of things was negative. For some reason that works, though. Okay, so if it's paused and you hit 0, then it fucks it up. So what we can do here is. No. Wait. Why can I even put this? Oh, it's because we're in the. All right. It's like, shouldn't let me do that. No, it should. Modified time scale is equal to 0. Then we don't actually want it to do anything. Actually, we'll do it this way. Is not 0. then do this. If it's already 0, you can click that all day long. We don't give a shit. Yeah, the time thing has been surprisingly a huge pain in the ass. You know, you first get it to work perfectly at the beginning, and then as you add complexity to it, shit just falls apart. I think we need to put the number of things paused to 1 because I saw that negative here. So we're at 0 there, and then we click this, and I think, now where did that come from? There it is. Now we're at negative. And see, now we got 2 of them. So then if we start putting this stuff up, it's not going to have the right number. Except it's working for some reason. That's not unpausing stuff. Now this isn't unpausing things while this is open though. No, it does with this one. Jesus Christ. It's because we had 2 things open and the negative is happening. All right, why is this negative happening? What is the first one that... It's because we need to have it on the 0. That's why. But we don't want it to disable the keyboard. And then we needed this to have number. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. We need to keep track of how many things have pushed pause, basically. Have caused pause. How long have I been streaming? 2.5 hours. Usually I try to go for 3, but I'm feeling all burned out. It's the goddamn time thing. Okay. It's always the time thing. Let's put it at like 8. And then let's put it back to 0. And then let's unpause it. Oh, wasn't looking. Number of things paused is 0 still. All right, so that actually is number of things paused. So there's, wait, is it 0? It's 1. Do we want it to be able to unpause this one though? I think. That still says number of things paused 1, and then it lets us unpause. So we have some other issue here. I wonder how, what is this thing? This is the county population list or something. Oh, I said again. County description panel. What if we have like a weird unpause in here? On enable, pause time. On disable, unpause time. We're gonna have to figure out what we want to unpause and to pause. So then what is this other one? The description panel was allowing us to unpause and pause. That's down here. It should probably be here. On enable, on disable. So what is the deal with that? Like I said, it's such a nightmare. So it should disable this. I don't know why I moved it. I just moved this to the other screen for no apparent reason. Number of things paused is 0. Now it's 1, but the spacebar doesn't work still, and it's not getting pressed because the keyboard has has been deactivated because we paused it. So then, but then when we open another one, that thing's being disabled. That thing is being disabled, and this thing is being enabled. But I bet you that's happening before. All right, yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day, but I'm gonna put a note in here for the next time. Where's the? Did we fix that already? Okay. All right, this is gonna be the top thing. I'm gonna put a note in here, or actually a comment. Time change buttons has been fixed, but some panels. I guess we actually let's close this one. We want to put it over here. This one is done. We're going to close this one, and then we're going to create a new one because this is different. A single panel has been opened. The keyboard keyboard is disabled. But when a second one opens, the keyboard works. All right, and I'm going to put a description in here because I actually have an idea of what this is. I think it's happening too fast. Not too fast. I think the thing is enabling and saying, hey, pause it. And then the other thing is disabling and saying, enable the thing. So I'm going to type what I just wrote here. I think what is happening is when one panel is opening, it is disabling the keyboard pause. The keyboard. No, it's just disabling the keyboard, but even though one panel is opening when the newest enabled panel is opening and it's disabling the keyboard, then the panel below it is disabling and is deactivating and enabling the keyboard. We probably just need to have it wait a second. Or no, that's probably all we need to do. Update comment. All right. So that is it for me today. We actually got a shit ton of stuff done. I said again. These ones, so bugs is actually what we're working on right now. When we get to bugs down here, we'll know we're done. Resources and work. Do I have any reason why we gotta push this shit to, I did again. We're gonna do a new branch called bugs 2.0. I'm just gonna call it bugs. And we're gonna go, no. fixing a few time and list related bugs. I'm really been on a really hardcore trying to keep the number of bugs to a very bare minimum, because every time I run the game, I find more bugs because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I want it to, not be this massive bug hunt, where we have to spend 6 months. I stream so many indie games on my other channel, and they're just bug-ridden messes. And I think, I feel like a lot of times they leave them for later. They're like, oh, I'll just fix that later. And then it becomes part of uh, their whole, they can't get rid of the bugs because they're built in now. They've been counting on the bugs for so long. Because a lot of times I'll fix a bug and 6 other things will break because I never wrote the shit in the right way in the first place. Obviously I'm a noob, so that's a different story. But what were we looking at when I get it sidetracked? So I think we might be able to get these done tomorrow. Then resources and work. I don't have any. We already did that. Honestly, I think combat's next. I wonder why I moved this up. We should do the camera soon. I'm gonna move. I do rearrange this all the time. Probably camera should be next. I just want to be able to move the camera around. Right now it's static. I only move it around a little bit. AI factions are going to have to be before combat. This doesn't seem to be in a very good order. Player log and notifications. Don't we already have? Oh, it's down at the bottom. Beautification. Maybe we should do AI factions next, because we're going to have some AI factions, them doing something, and we want the very basics of them doing something, and also so we can attack them. And diplomacy. Maybe diplomacy should be first before combat. I don't know. I don't remember why. Maybe if I look at, because each one of these is a category over here. Maybe I look at research and work, or resources and work. What was I? Assign workers to buildings after they are completed. Maybe we want them to only move to the current building listing once they're done. Oh, generate resources. This is something that we need to do. I don't want to do that right now, though. Maybe AI factions should be kind of interesting for like a minute. Then it should be fucking annoying. Like I said, we just wanted to do like the most basic thing, like pick our research. Actually, all the research has been completed, that we started with. So the most basic thing when we'd want them to pick a building to build. That's probably what we'd want them to do, is like set a building, and then that's it. We just want them to have some thought process. So it's going to be in somewhat of an order like this. But yeah, I am all set for today. Thank you for joining me in Fatal Air. Thank you for the follow, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow, most likely. I usually stream game creation on Saturdays and Sundays. All right, thanks. Bye.